We are measuring the internal resistance of a cell with the help of potentiometer. If you see the diagram, so diagram is same. Main circuit, here is the main circuit that is connected to a cell or a battery B, a rheostat, key, or potentiometer, a galvanometer, a cell. Only thing change is there is a key instead of this is only one way key. We don't have a two-way key, and we have RB, that means resistance box. We have a resistance box. If you see this resistance box and these are in, so we have some resistance here of this cell or this battery, and we have connected a resistance box in parallel to this. So here you can see this has some small resistance R, this has large resistance or resistance that we fill. This is capital R, this is small r. So these two are in parallel. Now let us see how does this work. Instead of second cell, what we have a resistance box in this setup. Only this thing has changed. And instead of two-way, we have only single key. So we can also use a potentiometer to measure the internal resistance of a cell. So we are measuring internal resistance small r of this cell. For this, the cell, so this is the cell whose internal resistance R is to be determined, is connected across a resistance box through a key. So we have connected this like this is shown in this figure. So there is key 2, this key 1 is for the main circuit, this key 2 for this smaller circuit, as shown in figure with key 2 open. So first what would we do? In the first case, this K2 is open. This K2 is open, that means this resistance box is not connected. Only circuit is this much. Only circuit is this much. So this is the circuit. This is the first circuit. So this is closed loop, this is not connected. With K2 open, balance is obtained at length L1 AN1. So this is first case. This is very similar to the first experiment that we have done. In that case, what would be the potential drop? Epsilon is equal to phi L1. So we can calculate here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 5 meter 25 centimeter, that means 525 centimeter. This is when we don't connected any resistance in parallel. So this is the first case. Now since there is no key, so this will always remain connected. This will always remain connected. Now we put a key here. So that means this is also open. That means this is also in line. The circuit is now connected. So when key K2 is closed, that means circuit is working. This one is working. This one will always work because there is no key. This one start working. The cell sends a current I through the internal resistance box R. So if you see previously current was only in this wire, and there was a circuit, and circuit was completed like this. So potential drop was only across this wire and the circuit was completed. Now there is some resistance in the circuit, so the cell will start sending some current in this resistance as well. So the cell sends some current I through the resistance box R. So resistance of this is R, resistance of this is small r. So cell starts sending some current I through this resistance box R. If V is the terminal potential difference of the cell and balance is obtained at L2. So this time what we see, this time the balance is not at L1 at point N1, this time the balance find at this point N2 and length is L2. So what is the circuit? Circuit is something like this, and both these are connected, and cell is sending some current in this resistance box. Okay, cell is sending some current I in this resistance, Now the terminal potential of the cell is V. Terminal potential of the cell is V, that we know. Is what is V? V is simply equal to epsilon minus IR, that we can easily measure using a voltmeter, but EMF we cannot, because there is some internal resistance of the cell. This terminal potential we can easily measure with the help of a voltmeter, but EMF we cannot measure because we don't know the internal resistance of the cell. So what we are trying to do here, we know V with the help of voltmeter. We are trying to measure this R, small r, so we can determine what is the EMF of the cell. So now there is some current I is flowing and terminal potential is V. So previously what was the equation? Epsilon is equal to phi L1. This time, since this extra resistance is also connected, this is V is equal to phi L2. So we have two equations. Previously we had written simply epsilon 1 was phi L1 and epsilon 2 was phi L2 in the previous experiment. So this epsilon 2 is simply V, this epsilon 1 is simply epsilon. That is changed, only that is changed, rest is the same till now. Now let us see what will happen now. Now dividing these two equations, what we get? Epsilon upon V is equal to phi L1 upon phi L2. Phi and phi gets cancelled out. Now epsilon upon V is L1 upon L2. But we know epsilon, what is the value of epsilon? Epsilon is V plus IR. V plus IR. Okay, sorry, this is small r, this is small r, V plus IR, or we had this V is equal to epsilon minus IR. So let us go this side, V plus IR. In that case, let us V is equal to IR. V is equal to IR. Let us take this on this side, IR plus IR is equal to epsilon. So this is the case. So this is the equation. So epsilon is equal to I, that is common, R plus R, and V is equal to IR. V is equal to IR. So we have this equation, epsilon upon V is equal to small r plus R into I. V is equal to Ri. So I and I gets cancelled out. So we get epsilon upon V is equal to R plus R upon R. Now from this equation and this equation, putting right hand equal, so R plus R upon R is equal to L1 upon L2. Now let us calculate the value of small r from this. So what is the value of small r? So R plus R upon R is equal to L1 by L2. So taking this side, first let us divide. First let us divide this. So this is 1 plus R by R, and this is L1 upon L2. So taking this one other side, so R upon R is equal to L1 upon L2 minus 1. Then this R also goes other side. So this is the equation that we get for the internal resistance of the cell. So internal resistance of the cell is simply resistance of the resistance that we have introduced from the resistance box. Let us say 2 ohm, 1 ohm, 3 ohm. First length divided by second length minus 1. So this is the formula for calculating the internal resistance of the cell. Equation 3.95, we can find the internal resistance of a given cell. Now the advantage of the potentiometer has advantage that it draws no current. So this is very important. It draws no current from the voltage source being measured. So it draws no current from the voltage source being measured. Why? Because the circuit is powered by some bigger battery B. So it is not drawing any current from the source that has been measured, as such is unaffected by the internal resistance of the source. So we are able to measure this because this is not drawing any current from the source that we are measuring. It is drawing current only from the main circuit.